Deciding to file bankruptcy can be very stressful, and then adding on how expensive bankruptcy attorney fees and everything included can make it feel like it's impossible. But here's the thing, the US Bankruptcy Code does not require you to hire an attorney to file Chapter 7 bankruptcy. In fact, Chapter 7 bankruptcy is often one of the cheapest and fastest options to get debt relief. Today, I'll walk you through what Chapter 7 bankruptcy is, and we'll discuss the steps to file without a bankruptcy attorney. Also, we created a similar video to this, but I wanted to include a new section called Rebuilding Your Credit that I'll include at the end of this video. Finally, this video is just for informational purposes only and shouldn't be construed as legal or financial advice. Let's start by answering the question, what is Chapter 7 bankruptcy? Chapter 7 bankruptcy is a US regulated legal option to get forgiveness from specific debts. With Chapter 7, some people emerge debt-free. If your Chapter 7 case is straightforward, you may be able to file without a bankruptcy attorney. However, be aware that the bankruptcy trustee in court may treat you as they would if you were an attorney-represented case. They can't offer legal advice, so you'll be responsible for handling any questions and issues that come up. Okay, let's dive into the 10 steps to file Chapter 7 bankruptcy without an attorney, and then the bonus 11 steps on rebuilding your credit. So first, deciding whether to use bankruptcy software. Now, bankruptcy forms are detailed and can feel very overwhelming. The sheer number of forms you have to fill out and the complexity of those forms can get really complicated. I included a link in the description to the bankruptcy form so you can kind of decide whether that is the right approach for you. Now, bankruptcy filing software might help make things much easier. For example, myfreshstartfinance.com has a software that feels like TurboTax for bankruptcy with questionnaires that fills out the form, saves your data, and has a checklist for filing. The software automatically tracks and provides you updates to your case weekly and also has a credit rebuilding portal function to assist you and to understand how to rebuild your credit after bankruptcy. You can get started for free and try out the software before you buy it. And I received a $50 discount code that you can also use as well by typing in ASCEND to make the software cheaper than it already is. I'll include a link in the description below. Now, if Fresh Start isn't for you, you can also check out alternatives such as One-Click Bankruptcy and Easy Bankruptcy Forms, as I believe they've been around for a while. After deciding on the software, we'll move on to step 2, gathering information and documents. Gathering information is crucial. Start by getting free copies of your credit report from the 3 credit reporting agencies. You can actually get these once a year for free, completely free at annualcreditreport.com without signing up for some credit monitoring software that you may not need. You'll know it's the right website because it says it's the only source for free credit reports that is authorized by federal law. You'll also need documents like tax returns from the past 2 years, proof of income, loan statements, titles, registrations for vehicles in the name, etc. Having these ready will make it much easier to complete the required forms. Step 3, completing the Chapter 7 bankruptcy means test. Before moving on, you'll need to take the Chapter 7 bankruptcy means test. The test determines if you meet income requirements for Chapter 7 bankruptcy based on your household size. The aim is to qualify for a discharge, which means that you'll no longer have to pay back certain debts. If you pass, it's kind of like a green light to continue. The Fresh Start Finance software I mentioned earlier automatically estimates whether you qualify for the means test. Step 4, completing the credit counseling course. Credit counseling is the first of 2 required courses. You'll need to complete the first one before filing. The course is offered online by many approved companies with fees ranging from $10 to $50. Just ensure that the provider is US trustee approved. Now, I'm quite frugal, so I wanted to find a government approved and cheap option that seemed great to the user. So I added one below that I found economical, but I also included the entire government approved list for you to look through on your own. There's a lot of companies. Step 5, complete your Chapter 7 bankruptcy forms. The bankruptcy forms, like I said earlier, can be complex, but depending on your answers, it could total 70 pages. These forms are available on the US court website that I included in the link to the description below, or software like I'd mentioned earlier will provide a simplified access to that process. Now, you'd print each form, review it for accuracy, and sign where needed. Step 6, file the forms and pay the filing fee. The filing fee for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy is $338. Most courts accept cash or money orders, so be sure to check with the court in advance. Please note that you may be able to get the $338 filing fee waived based on income requirements or pay those in installments. The Fresh Start software I mentioned earlier has those forms available for you as well. Now, step 7, submit the paperwork to the bankruptcy court. Each trustee may have a different document process. Check with the trustee's office on what needs to be sent before your 341 meeting of creditors. You may receive information by mail or email outlining any required documents that you need to submit. Step 8, complete the debtor education course. This second course is also offered online by approved providers. Many of the companies that offer the first credit counseling course also provide the second debtor education course. Once you complete it, you may need to file the certificate with the court to confirm you've met the requirements, or it might be filed automatically. You may also be able to complete this after the 341 meeting of creditors with your trustee, but it could be helpful to bring this to the meeting to provide to your trustee to show that you've already done it. Step 9, attend the 341 meeting of creditors. This meeting usually takes place 30 to 45 days after filing. Many people I speak with are nervous and stressed about this meeting, so I created a video specifically for you to understand that process and can include a link in the description as well. You'll need your original driver's license and social security card, and the trustee will likely ask you questions about your case. I have seen the meeting take between 3 and 10 minutes and have actually not seen a creditor show up in the meetings that I've sat on before. Step 10, addressing your secured debts like car loans. Car loans and other secured debts are usually not discharged in a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. You'll need to continue making payments if you want to keep that asset, and you may need to either reaffirm the car loan, which reaffirms your loan, or redeem the car. Redeeming is very interesting because that's where you pay the value of the vehicle instead of what is owed on the vehicle. So it can actually save quite a bit of money. Now, that can be difficult because who can come up with that sort of payment? So there are actually also options to help in that situation. Now, if you're interested in that type of video, please consider subscribing, and I can plan to make a video on reaffirmation and redeeming vehicles soon. Otherwise, if you don't want the vehicle, you may be able to surrender it, and creditors can no longer ask for payment on that asset. Step 11, rebuilding your credit. What many people don't realize is that there can be glaring mistakes on your credit report after filing and after discharge. I'll include a few of the options below, but the Fresh Start Finance product provides the credit rebuilding portal that will show you exactly how to understand and fix the errors. But here's a few to consider. Some debts that were included in the bankruptcy may still show up as active or delinquent. These debts should be marked as discharged. Second, accounts included in the bankruptcy should show a zero balance. Sometimes they continue to show a balance owed, which can negatively affect credit utilization and your credit score. Third, some creditors may incorrectly list an account as charged off rather than discharged in bankruptcy. Hopefully, being aware of some of these mistakes can help you after your discharge or even during the bankruptcy. Now, deciding to file bankruptcy without an attorney is everyone's decision, and I can't tell you one way or the other. Hopefully this video is helpful, but I want you to know that cases filed without the attorney are called pro se filings. The US court system advises consulting with a qualified attorney since bankruptcy can be complex with long-term financial effects. Now, some people are concerned about bankruptcy attorney fees. Options to pay over time exist, and some districts allow attorneys to take payments post-filing. In some cases, a waived fee might be possible even with limited funds. So it may be helpful to speak with a bankruptcy lawyer, and if you give us a call at 833-272-3631, we can get you scheduled with a bankruptcy attorney that can serve your district and area. They can provide legal advice, explain complex issues, and suggest whether filing on your own is an option. That's it, 10 steps to file bankruptcy without an attorney. Hope this video is helpful. Please comment below if you have any questions whatsoever, or give me a call. I always love to speak with you. Hope you have a great day.